Namaste everyone, here I am going to explain about probability. Probability is a concept which numerically measures the degree of certainty of occurrence of events. Experiment, an operation which can produce some well-defined outcomes, is called an experiment. Such that when we toss a coin, then we get either head or tail. So it is called an experiment. Random experiment, an experiment in which all outcomes are known, but the exact outcome cannot be predicted in advance, is called a random experiment. Such that when we throw a die, then we get any one of these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, but we can't predict in advance what will become. Trial, performing performing an experiment is called a trial. Event, some or all possible outcomes is called an event. Each possible outcome is called an event. Sure event, an event which is sure or certain is called a sure event. Impossible event, an event which never occur, that is called an impossible event. Complementary event, let E be an event and not E be another event which does not occur at the same time. So not E is the complementary event of event E, and its sum is 1. PE plus P not E is equal to 1. Outcomes. Possible results are called its outcomes. Sample space. All possible outcomes are called sample space. Sample point. Each element of a sample point. Each element of a sample space is called a sample point. Elementary event. If there is only one event, then it is called an elementary event or simple event. If there are two elements in an event, then it is called, if there are two elements or more than two elements, then it is called a compound event. Now, such types of statements create probability, such that probably it may rain today. It is possible that he may pass with good marks. Such types of statements create probability, and experimental probability, it will be different. It depends on our experiments. When we toss a coin about 100 times, then if there is only 55 times head, then our probability will be 55 by 100. On the second time, or when another person is going to experiment and he is getting 52 times head out of 100 experiments, then this is called 52 by 100. Its probability will be 52 by 100. Both are different. So experimental probability depends on our experiment, whereas theoretical probability will remain constant, such that when we throw a coin, we get either head or tail only. Now I am going to find some probability with help of coin, 2 coins and 1 die. Let E be an event of getting head. Then possible elements, that is, possible outcomes are head and tail, and then favorable outcome. Then favorable outcome is H only. Here is only one element. There are two elements. Hence, probability of P getting a head, it will be number of elements, number of favorable outcomes by number of total outcomes. Here we get favorable outcome is one only, and the number of possible outcomes are two. So hence PE is equal to 1 by 2. E be an event of getting at most one head. When we toss 2 coins at a time, for this, when we toss 2 coins at a time, then we get either head on both coins, head on first coin, head and tail on second coin, tail on first coin and head on second coin, tail on first coin and tail on second coin. In this way, this is possible outcomes. Now, let E be an event of getting at most one head. So, favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes are at most one head. At most. Here 0 head, here 1 head, here 1 head. At most, maximum 1 head. In this way, these are favorable outcomes. TT, TH, and HT. 0 head, no head, 1 head, 1 head, at most maximum 1 head. Hence, PE, that is getting at most one head. It is number of favorable outcomes by total possible outcomes. It will be hence PE. Here element, total elements are 3. 1, 2, 3. And total possible outcomes. This is sample space, here are 4. This is probability of getting at most one head. Now, let E be an event of getting a number less than 7. When we throw a die, then we can get these numbers. Now I am going to find probability of getting a number less than 7, then favorable outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Hence, PE, it will be number of favorable outcomes, that is 6, by total number of outcomes, by total number of possible outcomes, that is 6. 1. This is sure event. This is known as sure event. Event of getting a number let E be an event of getting a number 7. Hence PE, it will be, there is, we can't find 7. When we throw a die, then we can't find a number having 7 as on its face. It is 0. Possible elements are 6. So 0. This is impossible event. Now, PE, probability of event, and probability of its complementary event, like this. P, not E, we can represent it by probability of not E, that is 1. Implies that probability of PE is equal to 1 minus P not E. And probability of any event will lie like this. 0 is less than or equal to PE, which is less than or equal to 1. Probability will be either 0 or greater than 0 or 1 or less than 1. This is theoretical probability or classical probability. That's all. Thank you very much for watching.